Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Commanding Officer, the Sponsoring Committee, and the staff and cadets of 75 Barrhaven Squadron, we wish to welcome you to our second annual ceremonial review.
I'm Flight Sergeant Ganeshram.
And I am Corporal Radals.
And we will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event.
The aims of the Air Cadet program are to develop in youth the attributes of good leadership and citizenship, to promote physical fitness, and to develop an interest in the air element of the Canadian Armed Forces. The purpose of the annual ceremonial review is to recognize the achievements of the training year just completed, and to provide an opportunity for our cadets to showcase their new skills, talents, and accomplishments.
Created in 1941, the Royal Canadian Air Cadet Program is recognized as one of today's premier youth organizations, including more than 27,000 cadets in over 400 active squadrons across Canada. 75 Barrhaven Squadron is one of Canada's newest Air Cadet squadrons, founded in 2017. We proudly serve the Barrhaven and Ottawa community. The reviewing party consists of Monsieur Stéphane Guy, President of Royal Canadian Legion Barrhaven Branch 641, 75 Squadron's Reviewing Officer.
Warrant Officer First Class Noah Gilbert, Cadet Wing Commander.
Major Jonathan McCauley, Commanding Officer of 75 Barrhaven Squadron.
And Mr. Russell Lucas, President of the Sponsoring Committee. Chief Warrant Officer Stéphane Guy served 35 years in the Canadian Forces as a flight engineer and flew for 21 continuous years on many types of helicopters and the CC-130 Hercules. He deployed on occasions including Egypt in 1989, Haiti in 1997, Kosovo in 1999, Bosnia in 2001, and Afghanistan in 2004. Mr. Guy is a university graduate of the Royal Military College with a degree in military art and science.
For the last 8 years of his career, Monsieur Guy worked at the strategic level and was the first Wing Chief Warrant Officer, the Formation Chief Warrant Officer of Canadian Defence Academy, and his last assignment as the CAF Europe Chief Warrant Officer. In 2010, Monsieur Guy was appointed as a member of the Order of Military Merit. Upon his retirement in 2013, Monsieur Guy joined Branch 641 Barrhaven and continues to be very active as a member of various committees and has held many leadership positions, including being the current Branch 641 President.
On behalf of all the cadets, their parents, our staff, volunteers, and sponsoring committee, thank you, Mr. Guy, for accepting to be today's reviewing officer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the demonstrations.
At the halt. Quick. March.
Here is the 2020 to 2021 75 and 742 Squadrons Band Program Scroll of Honor of all the 75 cadets that participated in our activities, with special mention to some of our most dedicated members. This training year, under the leadership of the Band Sergeant Major Wutu Raman Wang, has been marked by virtual weekly lessons in all instruments and throughout the two main programs, the brass and reed and the pipes and drums. Cadets participated in master classes and impressed our staff by their level of involvement in our weekly challenges on Instagram, our Google classes, and recording projects to present you today both ensembles playing from their home, but all together. Special note at the end of the scroll for our dedicated senior cadets instructors that have delivered outstanding musical instructions in fields as diverse as musical theory, instrumental technique, drum majoring, and conducting. Congratulations to them all, and looking forward to next year for more music both virtually and hopefully in person as well.
we think of bravery, we tend to think about people who seemingly have no fear, who aren't afraid to tackle any obstacle thrown at them. You imagine superheroes that fly across the sky, capes billowing in the wind as they save a group of school children from an earthquake shook building. Don't get me wrong, these fearless acts of courage are brave, but what really makes someone brave, to me, is doing the right thing even when you're scared, even when you're so terrified of failing, of being judged, of doing the wrong thing. Being brave means you do it anyway. You know what you have to do, and you push through your fear to do it.
This year, I enjoyed the cadet activity program over April break and the online biathlon sessions.
We would now like to recognize a few cadets who will be graduating from the program this year.
Warrant Officer 2nd Class Africot, you've been an asset to 75 Barrhaven Air Cadet Squadron since joining in 2017. You've been a huge part of the squadron, whether it was on training nights or in other various activities. You were a huge part of our drill team, so I'd like to share a few highlights from that. You've been a part of the team since the beginning, and in 2018, 2019, you tried out to be the drill team Strathcona team commander. You were successful, and you led us to both a regional and a provincial win, which was amazing and something I will always remember. Congrats again for that. The year after, you were successful in being our deputy commander for the Strathcona team. Unfortunately, we did not compete, but I know we would have done amazing. In 2019, because of all of your efforts and your success, you were awarded the Top Drill Team Member Award at our annual ceremonial review. Thank you for your mentorship and your leadership with the program, again, both on training nights and on drill team specifically. I know you're going to do amazing in everything that you do, so best of luck and please stay in touch. You are an incredible person.
Warrant Officer Africot, just like that, your cadet career is coming to a close. I know it seems like it flew by. Trust me, I felt the exact same way. Just wanted to say what a pleasure it was working with you for the last 3 years. Come such a long way as a leader, from both within the squadron as a flight commander, flag party commander, and warrant officer, as well as through your optional activities, including the drill team as both the 2IC and drill team commander. You've made an impression on the staff, but more importantly, you've led and inspired the future leaders of 75 Squadron in such a positive way. Take the time to look back and reflect on all of your accomplishments and carry them with you as you continue on in life. They'll definitely set you apart and give you the experience and leverage you may need to reach your next goal. Best of luck with whatever you strive to achieve next. I know if you put your best foot forward and give it your all, you'll definitely be successful. Keep in touch, stay happy, stay healthy. All the best.
Warrant Officer Second Class Yasin, here it is, the end of an Air Cadet career. You are aging out. Thank you for being such a huge part of 75 Barrhaven Air Cadet Squadron, whether it was on the drill team, competing at both regional and provincial competitions, mentoring younger cadets that wanted to join, teaching them drill, your leadership on training nights, your amazing partnership with myself at level 4, being my level 4 warrant officer. You are an incredible person, and I wish you all of the best in all of your future endeavors. Stay in touch.
Thank you to all our cadets for participating in this video montage.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed with the promotions. The criteria for cadets to be qualified for promotion are set out by CADO 1302, the merit-based cadet promotion policy.
Promoted to the rank of corporal: Paquette Nicholas, Choi Ernest, Sun Ryan, Gawas Ved, Meng Carson, Marinelli Alicia, Mohan Harry, Sundar Hamsavi, Holman Arvin, Imbogoda Sathuni, Kushni Marcus, Thandapu Nitya, Yip Daniel, Kang Yuna, Neville Samantha, Murphy Juliet, Munn Nicholas, and Gould Henry.
And to continue the promotions from LAC to Corporal, I would like to congratulate the following cadets: LAC Felipe Marcelino, LAC Noah Gilbolt, LAC Mitchell Patrick McIntyre, LAC Cedric Arian Deganajad, LAC Ryan Zhang, LAC Jaden Ferguson, LAC Jenna McKenzie, LAC Benoit Johnston, LAC Connor Brown, LAC Jason Lynn, LAC Sean Campbell, LAC Ansar Semigjanov, LAC Miran Khan, LAC Ben Marsu Fabella, LAC Lavanya Argawal, LAC Sheenan Sami Hassan. LAC Dominic Stephen Sala. LAC Ayoma Posi Ola Adu. Congratulations to all the cadets.
Promoted to the rank of Flight Corporal, Elalani R. Cho A. Mirza B. Jacquino Z. Lee R. Lundy R. Wang S. Al-Khayal A. McKay J. Gillies G. Oromo R. Sambo I. Francis Q. Ariamo A. Onkanma E. Oba de Mesquita Sampaio M. Sealy A. Chen D. Bisson B.
Flight Corporal Ola Odu A.
Continuing with promotions to Flight Corporal. Chan T. Al-Sharif A. Stout S. Lee A. Lalit M. Nafiu A. Umukansi Y. Shabono Z. Laurenti G. Roy R. Riddles E. Chui A. Chi H. Bazara A. Yang J. Joseph A. Jawasuria S. Sela C. Emery S. Umusi P. Radwan I. Lun N. Congratulations to you all on your promotions to Flight Corporal.
Our cadets that will be promoted to Sergeant include Abuasi L. Akutanji P. Amankwa G. Ailing T. Azambu A. Barozi G. Bishop A. Camargo D. Campbell E. Charter A. Chen M. Cherlov A.
Continuing off that list, we have Chu J, Desai P, Desjardins A, Egner K, Entwistle B, Fitzgerald J, Fu R, Grimwood N, Gutnick M, Ip K, Ivy G, and Jean F.
Sergeant Oba the Miskika Sapao G. Sergeant Siddiqui D.
Jean S. Kim A. Kim J. McDonald K. Minot C. Maupetit L. Morin C. Nair A. Nurze B. Oudraogo G. Patricio M. and Piercy E.
Kien L. Kin G. Sambo L. Sickett S. Sobti A. Stuart May E. 2A. Tucker V. Wasif M. Zahn A. Zengs S. Congratulations on your promotion.
For the promotion to Flight Sergeant. Flight Sergeant Abu Hamad J. Flight Sergeant Argowal S. Flight Sergeant Amarsi A. Flight Sergeant Brown K. Flight Sergeant Cheeseman K. Flight Sergeant Krishni Z. Flight Sergeant Gerard Doubleday N. Flight Sergeant Ira L, Flight Sergeant Kilfoyle K, Flight Sergeant Lane J, Flight Sergeant Mbambi T, Flight Sergeant Wang I.
Flight Sergeant Ferguson, Flight Sergeant Kang, Flight Sergeant Kierley, Flight Sergeant Jade Lee, and Flight Sergeant Julie Lee.
Marinelli J, Nita M, Ramjiawan S, Shaw R, Shepard K.
Flight Sergeant Sutton C, Flight Sergeant Sutton T, Flight Sergeant Tucker C, Flight Sergeant Ula I, Flight Sergeant Yates J, Flight Sergeant Zhu K. That concludes our promotions to Flight Sergeant for today. If you were not promoted, stay tuned in the coming weeks for further promotions.
Promoted to the rank of Warrant Officer Second Class are the following cadets. Warrant Officer Second Class Demora, Warrant Officer Second Class Ali Ahmad, and Warrant Officer Second Class Ganeshram. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to recognize the accomplishments of our cadets by conferring awards to celebrate their achievements throughout the year.
We will begin with the top cadet awards for each level. These awards go to the cadets who have each demonstrated a commendable performance during mandatory training.
This year's top ground school cadet is Flight Sergeant Ali Ahmad Darius. Congratulations. This year's top level 1 cadet is LIC Thondapu Nitya. Congratulations.
This year's top level 2 cadet is Corporal Jaya Surya S. Congratulations.
The recipient of the 2021-2022 Top Level 3 is Flight Corporal Kim. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Officer Cadet Chen, and it is my pleasure to present the Top Level 4 Cadet. The Top Level 4 Cadet for this training year is Sergeant Cheeseman K. Sergeant Cheeseman K has been consistently participating in class activities, joins discussions, and is always on camera with a great smile. Her positive attitude is well earned and well respected by her peers. She has attended more than 90% this year and received exceeded standard in her instructional classes. We are very excited to welcome her into our level 5 and look forward to working with her future on.
Hi, I'm C.I. Gilbert, the level 5 training officer. This year has been particularly special for me in that I got to hang out with some incredible level 5 cadets. Their participation in the squadron activities, their instructional expertise and creativity was just by far amazing. In level 5 is when the core values really start to come out. They have respect, integrity, service, excellence, professionalism. They show self-confidence. I watch them develop their self-discipline and incredible leadership. And one particular cadet stands out this year as exemplifying all those core values. I am happy and honored to announce this year's top level 5 recipient, Flight Sergeant Ear.
Congratulations. For the first time, this year's 75 Squadron will have a new award, the Chief Primo Dress and Deportment Award, awarded to one junior and one senior cadet that exemplifies the cadet program standards for uniform attire and expected behavior. Chief Primo, over to you.
Good afternoon, 75, and congratulations on a great year in ACR. If you didn't know already, this will be my last ACR as a full-time Rec Force volunteer at the squadron. I had a chance to be part of 75 for the past 5 years. 2 years as an RCSU member planning and opening the squadron, and 3 years as a volunteer. Through all these years, I had the chance to meet some wonderful cadets, staff, and parents. These people changed my life. I can assure you that I will be taking a part of 75 Squadron with me to my next unit and challenges. But I wanted to leave a little part of me behind, so with the blessing of the command team and the hard work of the Level 5, the Chief Primo Dress and Deportment Award was born. So this year's recipients are Flight Corporal Marcus Guchneks and Warrant Officer Andreas Shirloff. Congratulations to both, and in 75, have a great summer.
Congratulations! Next, Captain Kristen Weller will present the award for the Royal Canadian Mounted Police Top Senior Non-Commissioned Member. This award is given to the sergeant and up who has demonstrated the greatest ability among their peers in terms of performance, improvement, and ability to fulfill the responsibilities of his or her rank and position. This award has been gratefully sponsored by the RCMP. The top senior NCM is...
And the top NCM award goes to Flight Sergeant Air. Congratulations.
Congratulations. The Major Matthew Al Outstanding Leadership Sword is awarded to a cadet who consistently displayed high levels of leadership capabilities, including by regularly demonstrating good initiative, by using their position, skills, and knowledge for the betterment of their peers or those under their charge. Presenting the award is our commanding officer, Major Jonathan McCauley.
The Major Matthew Alley Outstanding Leadership Award was created in recognition of 75 Squadron's founding CO, my predecessor, Major Alley. It is an award well deserving of its name, as Major Alley is an example of a leader who not only cares for each individual, but fosters their ability as thoughtful leaders and inclusive people. Similarly, this year's recipient of the Outstanding Leadership Award shared thoughtful and mature leadership abilities that led to quality instruction for our cadets and led to the very special project being the creation of the Chief Primo Award for Dress and Deportment. Please join me in congratulating this year's outstanding leader, Warrant Officer 2nd Class, Tharun Ganeshram. Congratulations. From time to time, cadets demonstrate above and beyond commitment that deserves to be commended by their commanding officer. This year, I would like to recognize the following cadets: Sergeant Mabambi, Flight Sergeant Chernetsky, Warrant Officer 2nd Class Patel, Flight Corporal El Alani, Flight Corporal Fu, Corporal Joseph, Corporal Bisson, LAC Marinelli, LAC Ferguson, Sergeant Brown, and Sergeant Abu Ahmad. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
The Air Cadet League of Canada created an award to recognize continuous meritorious cadet service of at least 4 years by deserving air cadets.
To qualify for this award, a serving cadet must have successfully completed 4 years of honorable service and be a member in good standing. We would like to invite Mr. Russ Lucas to present the medals to the deserving recipients.
Good afternoon. It's a great honor and a privilege to be here today to be able to announce the recipients of the 4-year service medal from the Air Cadet League of Canada. In alphabetical order, the following people will be receiving their initial 4-year medal. Flight Sergeant Cernechi, Flight Sergeant Craig Brown, Flight Sergeant Ganashram, Flight Sergeant Hossein, Flight Sergeant Istiak, Warrant Officer 2nd Class Kalinowski, Flight Sergeant Mirza, Warrant Officer 2nd Class Patel, and Flight Sergeant Rathod. Congratulations. Next on our awards are rosettes that are awarded for their 5th and 6th year of service. This year receiving their 5-year rosette for their long service medal is Warrant Officer Shirilov, Flight Sergeant Craig Brown, and Flight Sergeant Kapoor. Receiving their 6th year rosette is Warrant Officer 1st Class Noah Gilbert. Congratulations to all our recipients.
Congratulations! The Royal Canadian Legion Medal of Excellence is awarded by the Royal Canadian Legion to the cadet who has demonstrated a sense of outstanding citizenship and for his or her implication in the life of the community. This medal is awarded to recognize that effort and to enhance the aims and objectives of the cadet program.
We invite the representative of the Royal Canadian Legion, Branch 641, Representative David Sarita, to present the Royal Canadian Legion Medal of Excellence.
My name is David Sarita, First Vice President of the Barrhaven Legion. It gives me great pleasure in presenting this year's Legion Medal of Excellence. This year's recipient is your Chief of the Cadet Squadron, Warrant Officer 1st Class, Noah Gilbert. Noah is always busy. He attends St. Mark High School, glider pilot, and a National Biathlon gold medalist. He volunteers for food drives, park cleanups, remembrance ceremonies, including recording of the last post and the lament leading the virtual Poppy Wall. Once again, congratulations to Warrant Officer 1st Class Noah Gilbert. Thank you.
The Strathcona Medal is the highest decoration that a cadet can earn at his or her unit, for distinction among peers and for exemplary contributions to the community.
In establishing his foundation, Lord Strathcona sought to improve physical conditioning and develop intellectual activity of cadets, as well as to encourage self-discipline, citizenship, and patriotism among the youth. In 1923, the Foundation created this medal to be presented to the most meritorious cadet in each cadet corps and squadron. I invite the reviewing officer to present the Strathcona Medal, followed by his address to the cadets.
Major Macaulay, parents and friends, and most importantly, the cadets of 75th Air Squadron. I would like to thank Major Macaulay for the invitation today. It's truly a blessing for me to be part of their ceremony, especially with the fact that I used to be a cadet when I was young. And then I served 35 years in the military service, including 21 years in flying duties. So 75th Squadron truly has a special place in my heart. I realize that this year has been very, very interesting, especially with the pandemic and all the restrictions that you had to face. But I'm really impressed with the way 75th Squadron has been able to do virtual training, and most importantly, to have achieved 80% attendance at the training, which is truly impressive. I know there's more challenging time ahead of us, but I hope that next year a normal training session will be, you'll be able to do the training session. I'm also impressed with the way that summer training is going to achieve this year. I'm really surprised about the survival training, how you can achieve survival training through virtual training, but at least you'll have the theory behind that. Maybe you'll be able to practice that sometimes in the future. I did survival training in the military including Arctic survival training, land and sea, and most importantly, the training that we had to, the survival training that we had to achieve if we ever fall behind enemy lines. These techniques that I learned during that time are still in my head. I'm sure that if I ever go behind enemy lines, which is really unlikely these years, I would still probably be able to survive a few days, but not as long as they were expecting us to do then. I would like to congratulate all the recipients of the awards this year. And I've been asked to name the Strathcona Medal recipient this year. And me, personally, as a Strathcona Medal recipient, it's quite important, and I truly understand the importance of being awarded this medal. The medal has a strict selection process, and it's quite prestigious, not only for the cadets themselves, but all the instructor that realize that whoever wears that truly deserves the award. This year, the recipient of the Strathcona Medal is Warrant Officer 2nd Class Alex Griswold. This gentleman has proven himself as an athlete in biathlon. He has won 2 gold medals and 2 silver medals at the provincial level. He assists in biathlon training and lead by example. Thanks again to Major McCauley, and I hope you're going to have a more traditional training next year. Thank you, and have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Gee. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the award and recognition portion of the parade. I would like to invite Warrant Officer 1st Class Noah Gilbert to say a few words to our cadets, followed by Major Jonathan McCauley, Commanding Officer of 75 Barhaven Squadron, to address the cadets. Thank you, Major McCauley.
Greetings, parents, officers, esteemed guests, and most of all, the cadets of 75. Many of you will know that here at 75, we have a cheer. 75, we thrive. This year, those words rang true more than any other. In a year that threw challenges that none of us saw coming, you all stepped up. When so many activities were shut down, we filled our calendar. When training was restricted, our instructors went virtual. And when so many units were losing hope and losing cadets, we stayed together. We didn't let COVID stop us, and we had fun. We showed all of Canada that we are thriving. Today, I want to start with a shout out to our amazing Level 5 team. The Level 5s work tirelessly to provide you with lessons, fun optional activities like Among Us night and yoga, and so much more, all to make the best possible experience for you as cadets. I cannot begin to say just how thankful I am to have such an incredible team. The WO2's staff and instructors faced challenges, and we jumped many hurdles together, and I am proud to say that we would not have had the year we did without you. You all really are the best team I could ever ask for. The hard work and dedication you all demonstrated is truly inspiring. So thank you, seniors. You all are amazing. I would also like to thank the parents of 75. Parents, this year you all played a key role to the squadron. Many of you, when we go in person, are the ones that bring the cadets to training. And even though the drive was shorter, this year you were still the ones to get them to train. Thank you for keeping an eye out for the announcements every week, reminding them when they needed to be online, and encouraging them to keep going. Thank you for being there for our cadets and supporting them throughout the year. And most of all, to send a huge thank you out to the cadets of 75. You are the squadron. This is all for you. all 240 plus of you. You are the ones who show up to activities, the ones who learn and develop, the ones we work for to provide the best program we can. And every one of you adds something. You all contribute with your questions and your learning and your participation. You make this a community and you make it rich and dynamic. One day, you will be seniors, and one of you will be saying these words to the squadron. You are the lifeblood of 75, so I thank you all for continuing to show up in such a hard year, and for sticking to it. And those of you that are new this year, I can't wait for us to be in person again, and for you to see what it can really be like. Because if we keep up the amazing energy and creativity that we showed this year, when we actually do activities in person, you won't believe the experience you will have. It only gets better, I'm telling you. Cadets, parents, staff, thank you for being you. You have truly made this one of the best and most successful squadrons in Canada, and me, the luckiest WO1 in cadets. 75, we're strong, we're together, and we thrive.
Mr. Stéphane Guy, Captain Rose Iltebes, Mrs. Sue Grant, Mr. Russ Lucas, staff, parents, and most importantly, cadets. I'd like to begin by thanking each of you for the role you have played contributing to the success of 75 Squadron and this annual ceremonial review. Mr. Guy, it is such an honor for us to have you join our celebration. We are extremely grateful to have you share your experiences and wisdom with our cadets. Thank you for your service in the Canadian Armed Forces as a member of the Royal Canadian Legion, and for your enduring support of 75 Squadron. Captain Iltebes, thank you for being present today as RCSU Eastern's representative. Although much of the support that we receive remains behind the scenes, we know that it is appreciated and has a positive impact as we deliver the program locally. Mr. Lucas, Mrs. Grant, and the team that makes up the Squadron's sponsoring committee. It has been such an honor for me to work so closely with you this year. Your commitment to building up the Squadron's foundation and your efforts to secure our future have not gone unnoticed. On behalf of our cadets, thank you from the bottom of my heart. On behalf of all of us at 75 Squadron, I'd like to share a special note of thanks to Chief Primo, who has been a volunteer with 75 Squadron since before we opened our doors in 2017, and will soon begin a new role at the Canadian Armed Forces Leadership School in Saint-Jean. The cadet program and 75 Squadron truly benefited from your time, and we are forever grateful for you for having shared your experience, your wisdom, and your love of the Navy. Chris, you truly made a positive difference for our youth, and I'm confident that you will continue having a strong, inclusive impact on the leaders of tomorrow. You are forever part of the 75 Squadron family, and we look forward to your visits. Staff, none of this would have been possible without you. Each of you rose to the challenge of delivering the best virtual version of the program possible. Your creativity led to an exciting and entertaining and a unique experience for our cadets to engage and to be inspired. Can you believe that we retained 240 cadets with an average attendance around 80%? Thank you for being the secret sauce in our recipe for success. Having said that, we could not have done this alone. To our senior cadets, I have to emphasize that you are amazing. Everyone can acknowledge that you faced a number of unpredictable changes in both your personal and cadet lives. The commitment that you showed to 75 Squadron when you could have chosen to go a different way is beyond commendable. As a staff, we have shared with you the disappointments that have come to pass as a result of not being able to meet in person. We have felt your disappointments at having missed opportunities that you have waited for and worked so hard to achieve. Although we can't make up for any of those moments, I would encourage you to look at what you have achieved with pride. In a very short time, you have learned how to take an in-person program and make it into an active and engaging virtual activity. Since our October start, we have watched you grow not only by the quality of your instruction, but through your ability to use your leadership to inspire our cadets. Be proud of all that you have learned and accomplished this year. We certainly are. Parents, I know that this has been a year of uncertainty in so many ways. You have worked so hard to support our cadets through this challenging year, and on top of that, as they participated in our virtual program. The staff and I cannot thank you enough for your understanding of the situation that is beyond all of our control, and for encouraging our cadets to continue to participate in our program. Cadets, you joined us each week and shared countless experiences together. All of you deserve praise for your dedication, your determination, and flexibility as you adapted to our virtual reality. You have developed skills this year that will serve you well, and you showed your unwavering 75 Squadron pride. All of you deserve to be congratulated on your graduation from your levels. In spite of the pandemic situation, you showed us that you have the integrity, the perseverance, and self-determination to see things through to the end. You consistently showed up, not only for the squadron, but for your peers and for your own development, and you should be very proud of that. Know that, regardless of how big 75 Squadron is, we are a community and an extended family that will go above and beyond to support one another. When faced with adversity, you rise to the challenge. I am so very proud of each of you, and I am so grateful for your continued activity at 75 Squadron. As we close the books for this year, the staff and I will be hard at work planning for every possible scenarios to be ready to welcome you back this fall. While we don't know yet if that will be in person, virtual, or a mix of both, as soon as we know, we will let you know. Have a wonderful summer. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we look forward to seeing you together again for the 2021-22 training year.
75 Squadron Sponsoring Committee Chair, Mr. Russ Lucas.
Honored guests, cadets, parents, staff, and volunteers. Welcome to the 75 Squadron Annual Cadet Review. My name is Russell Lucas and I'm chair for the Squadron Sponsoring Committee. If you told me that 75 Squadron would run an entire training year virtually, I never would have believed it. Yet here we are today, concluding a successful virtual training year with this annual cadet review, acknowledging the outstanding achievements of you, our cadets. Many obstacles and challenges have been put in your way, and each time you have collectively come together to go around, or to go under them to achieve success. To see that we have over 240 young people actively engaged in the program makes me feel proud of all that you have done and all that you have yet to do. With your continued participation, our future looks bright and positive. Each of you should feel a sense of accomplishment in being here today. I would like to acknowledge the parents who have supported their children. To say that these have been challenging times, balancing work, school, and home would be an understatement. Thank you for your continued support. To Major Macaulay and his staff, you have worked tirelessly to create opportunities for our cadets. I know of the personal sacrifices that you have all made for our cadets. For that, we are grateful for your dedication and for your professionalism. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the volunteers of the Squadron Sponsoring Committee. Your hard work and dedication behind the scenes to keep the program sustainable is to be commended. You have continually worked to find solutions for each problem that has arisen. Your determination will keep the Squadron alive and well in the future. To each of you, I offer my heartfelt thanks. Cadets, staff, parents, and volunteers, you have all shown that we can do this together. 75, we thrive.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem. Thank you.
On behalf of the commanding officer, the staff, sponsoring committee, and cadets, we thank you for being with us today. Be sure to follow 75 Squadron on Instagram, Facebook, and sign up for our newsletter. We'll be sending some updates over the summer, and especially when we approach early September, with instructions about the beginning of the 2021-2022 training year.
Remember that we will be accepting new members in the fall, starting in September. This concludes 75 Squadron's second annual ceremonial review and the 2020-2021 cadet training year. Thank you to all the cadets and everyone who contributed to the making of this virtual annual ceremonial review. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
See you next year.